Hello dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I have come once again with a new lecture of your lecture one of the 10th week, that is your node making and its description. Today we are going to have a look on the difference between node making and node taking. Now we have to see that what is the basic difference between the node making and node taking. Okay, now just to proceed towards our lecture. Now, if you just see the note making is basically your handmade notes, or if you just see the definition or the difference of your note making is that the note making is basically making your own personalized notes. Means it is written by your notes making or made by you. You just make your own notes. You just make your own writing information or whatever in your paper. Here means these notes become your own personal here, and we can see that to describe what you have understood clearly from the textbook or the class lecture. Likewise, if you just take the example, likewise, after completing your lecture, definitely you just proceed towards your home. Here, and you're in your home or at your home, you again try to focus on your lecture that what you have understood from the lecture in the class lecture. Clear? And once again, you're just having a focus on your notes, on your lecture. Clear? So that becomes what? That becomes a note making because after completing the lecture and after completing whenever you are at your home and once again you are trying to make your notes clearly, so that becomes note and note making because these are your personalized notes. After completing lecture, you are at your home, and once again you are just having a look on the notes and what I have taught from the what I have learned from the lecture, what the teacher has taught us, what the teacher has delivered, the topic uh, to us or to me. So that's why note making is basically text class after the class lecture. But whereas what is note making? Note taking is basically your it is just a jot down the notes verbatim from the textbook or the class lecture. Means during lecture, whatever the teacher is delivering lecture and the students who are in the class, they are trying to jot down the notes. They are pen down whatever the information which the teacher is trying to deliver, which the teacher is trying to provide them. So they are means during lecture they are just trying to write. They are just trying to pen down. Means during lecture, the note taking takes place. But whereas your note making does not take place, especially during your lecture. It always note making. It always takes place after the lecture. It can be your hostel room. It can be at your home. Clear? And one thing. It is written or it is mentioned below that note making does not happen when you're reading or attending the class. As I already told you, that the note making does not take place whenever you are in the class, clear, or whenever you are just attending the lecture. Clear? It usually takes place after the lecture, like at your home, at your whatever the classes are, it's after lecture or after reading. Clear? So this is the major difference between them. Now we have to proceed towards the reasons for the not making. Now, first of all, there are six major reasons for making notes. First of all, the first step that is your, or first reason that is your to note down the facts. Means we have to focus on, firstly, we have to focus on the major points, major facts, which are based on the reality, which are based on the observation, which are based on the facts and figures which are not, you can say, in simple terminology, which are not based on the fake news are unreal. Means the first reason that is to note down that means you have to focus on the major notes, which is based on your reality, which is based on your facts and figures. Clear? There should not be any kind of lie or the fake news. That's why the first note that is here, or first reason that is here, to note down the facts. The second one that is here to contrast similarities and the differences. Yes, of course. This second point to contrast similarities and differences plays a vital role because whenever we are just making a note, so when there is a topic, so we have to go through the two things. One is the contrast, and second that is here. similarities, or you can say the differences and the likenesses. Means in simple terminology, I can say this that we have to go to the two things. One is the similarities and the differences. Means what are the sameness and what are the differences between the topics. So second major reason is that. And the third one that is to summarize the main points. Now, what do you mean by this summarize? Summarize means to get the main points. Main points. Whenever you're just trying to make your own notes. So first of all, you have to focus on the main points. What is being given? What are the basic major points through which your concept will be clear? Your concept can easily be clear for your study, for your learning, for the semester. So that's why we have to focus on major points only, and we have to summarize it. We have to declare, we have to identify the major points. Here, likewise, as we do skimming. Now, skimming means what? Skimming means it is actually a process of reading in which we go through the reading perspective, go through the reading topic to get the gist of the main topic. So same is the case with the to summarize the main points. So we have to focus on the major points, you know, which are the essential, which are the main points for your topic. You know, and the fourth one that is your avoid plagiarism. Now, what do you mean by this plagiarism? Plagiarism means you just means to have a practice of someone's work, and you're just trying to make the others work as your own. Or simply, you can say that copy the text, or you can say usually some students copy the original text from the different students, from the different books, from the different sources. Clear? So we have to avoid the plagiarism. Whenever we're just trying to make the notes or note making, so we have to leave this kind of avoid plagiarism, because we have to make our own notes, and note when it does not belong to the plagiarism. Plagiarism means it is totally irrelevant to your copy side, but note making is basically concerned with your personal notes. It's your personal notes. It's not concerned with the plagiarism or whatever. It's not completely pasted or whatever copy paste type. No, note making is your personalized notes that you especially make by using the pen and page here, by using the pen and page. So that becomes the note making, and we have to avoid the plagiarism, because plagiarism, as I already told you, the plagiarism means to copy the original text of the students or of any sources. Here, not when it doesn't show the plagiarism. And the fifth one, that is your to review and write it. Means after completing these four reasons, likewise to note down the facts, to contrast similarities and differences, to summarize the main points and avoid plagiarism. Now, after these 4 points, when you get these 4 points, definitely the fifth one, that is your after this, then you have to review and write essay. Means you have to uh, what we call you have to have a look once again, ठीक है, whether whether you have done the mistakes or not, whether you have made the mistakes or not. If you're not if you're not making a mistakes, or if you have not made any kind of a mistake, so definitely you just start writing essay. Clear? So fifth point is related towards the fourth point, which I told you previously. And the last one, that is your record thoughts and brainstorm. Yes, of course. After having a review and write an essay, we have to record that what thoughts and what brainstorming I have done within the essay. Clear? We have to mention whenever we are just whenever we record the thoughts or brainstorming after the essay as well. And even though this is brainstorming and thought, they also play the biggest role before writing essay. Clear? But eventually, you can also have a look the essay after recording your thoughts, or you can say you can have a look on the record thoughts and brainstorm after the essay, because you have to see that you have mentioned each and everything or not, because the thoughts, which are main points, which are the essential points for the topic, whether you have mentioned the essay or not. And brainstorming means to generate the ideas in your mind, what you have collected the thoughts, what you have generated the ideas for the essay, whether you have mentioned or not. So you have to record each and everything. So these are the major points of our major reasons for not matching. Clear? Now the third one, that is your important points of not matching. The first of all, that is your you've synthesized a reading from a number of resources on the same topic. Now synthesize means to analyze. Likewise, whenever the teacher who gives you an assignment, ठीक है? So what it's supposed to do, definitely you will analyze this topic of your assignment, and you will get the help from the different resources, from the net site, from the students, from your friends, from the different books, from the net site, from the YouTube as well. So you will see, you will analyze, ठीक है, that the information which the teacher or which the assignment which the teacher has given to us, whether you've analyzed correctly or not, or you've analyzed the information accurately by using the different resources, by using the different sources. Likewise, the books, likewise your teachers' help, students' help, friends' help, YouTube help, or the net help. So these are the basic sources through which you analyze the reading. Clear? And the second one, that is you summarize for yourself a connection in any reading from any lecture. Means you have to focus on the major points. You just summarize the whole, you have to focus on the major points by making the complete summary of your lecture. Clear? Likewise, if you just go towards another lecture, your friend's lecture, your teacher's lecture, and you have to go through the complete lecture of the teachers or the teacher, whatever the teacher has delivered to you. So you have to summarize it, and you have to make your own points. You have to convert it in your own points. Now this becomes a note making. Means you have to summarize the main points. And the third one, because this shows the connection between your note making and your teacher's teaching, teaching methodology. That what the teacher has delivered to you or what the teacher has taught you. So you have to focus on the major points, and you have to write it in your own. Means that you will summarize it or you have summarized it. Clear? And the last at the least, that you add your own critical comments to what you have read, you hear. Means definitely these points, definitely you will give your own comments. Means critical comments or authentic comments, that what you have got, what you usually hear, or what you read from the text, whether you have got each and every information clearly or not. So you have to give the comments that of course I have got, and this follow text is very much beneficial for our study. So you have to give that comments. Likewise, if I just give you the practical comments, likewise, if I just give you the book Stephen Ballet. So when you just read it, after reading, definitely you will give me the comments. Sir, yes, of course, sir. This is a fantastic book, and it's quite easy to read it. So this is what this becomes a comments. But whenever after reading book or after you're reading and you're just making a note, whenever you're just making a note means after making notes, you will give me your own comments. So I have made my making notes. I have my note making and from the this Falam book, and this is a fantastic, and this is the beneficial. This is a beneficial book for us. So these are the basic comments. Or if you're not getting any point, then definitely you will say, sir, this book is too much difficult for us. This is a tough book, and a tough vocabulary has been other has been being mentioned, especially your this book. So that's why we are not getting the point from this book. So this becomes what? This becomes a critical comment. Or you can, whatever the comments are, if you just like it, then definitely will give the positive comments, positive critical comments. But if you're not getting it, then definitely you will give the negative critical comments. Clear? So this is all about today's lecture. If there is any kind of a question, so you can uh, leave your comments after watching this PPT video. Till then, thank you, and Allah Hafiz.